Y'all come here, sit down and shut the door. Y'all, this is some real tea. Porsha Williams has officially filed for divorce from Simon Guobadia. Y'all, this ain't no allegedly. This is directly in People magazine, and they have quotes directly from Porsha. Simon's Instagram, he has shut it down. Y'all, what is going on? Remember when everybody, you know what? Let's get into these reports, and I'm going live later because, baby, the streets have been talking, and you know I'm getting y'all all the news. Let me just say this, and this is important to say. I know Fallon somewhere laughing. She didn't even make how long Fallon did. Baby, that's why when we tell you, first of all, let me just say this. Good for Porsha to getting away from Simon. I said it before and I'll say it again. Simon don't fear God. This man lied and made a fraudulent application to the U.S. government and then sued the U.S. government when they called him in the lie. That man don't fear God. He's not above fraud. He's not above scamming. And baby, he is reckless. He was putting Porsha in danger. Porsha, too talented, too beautiful, too smart to let that loser pull her down. She already let him seduce her from leaving every single bag she had to be Mrs. Guobadia, only to find out that Mrs. Guobadia doesn't exist. Because let's not forget that Simon immigration letters, right, were on false names. Porsha is the real life. Who the F did I marry? But now Porsha is the real life. Who the F am I divorcing? I will say one thing. Simon is messy. Just like he was with Fallon, he about to start telling all of Porsha's secrets. You best believe that messy fame, he ain't going to stay anywhere. I hope Porsha didn't blow her savings on that wedding because that wedding was not cheap. It was not cheap. Again, this makes me think that she knows he's about to be deported. But worse than that, Simon literally, remember when I told y'all that them boys in blue, the feds, were looking at Simon? And baby, I ain't just talking about immigration. Ish is about to go down. The block is hot. Everybody is distancing herself. And it looks like Porsha is now moving away. Let's get into this. This is directly from People magazine. So baby, you know it's true. Porsha Williams files for divorce from Simon Guobadia after 15 years of marriage. This is the People 15 years. 15 months of marriage. This is the People exclusive. They said the Real Housewives of Atlanta alum wed the Nigerian-born, and we use this term loosely, businessman in November 2022. They said Porsha Williams and Simon Guobadia's marriage is coming to an end over a year after they tied the knot. They didn't even make it to 2 years. You know what? I'm happy for Porsha. Y'all, listen, I know the Dizzies and the Instagram that are seduced, the same people that be in hush puppies. I get it. And I know everybody wanted to have Porsha to have a happy ending, but Porsha still can have a happy ending. I'm just saying that what the streets were saying, what I hate to say I told you so. What I told y'all was true. Simon ain't that happy ending. Simon would have dragged Porsha down and she would have been Teresa and Joe Giudice part 2. Let's also not forget Porsha is the wife. Maybe she knows something's coming down the line for Simon. They said the Real Housewives of Atlanta alum filed for divorce from Simon on Thursday in Atlanta, according to court documents. This was obtained by People. News of the split comes as rumors fly online about Simon's citizen status. However, a source tells People the divorce is unrelated to recent allegations involving Simon's past. Now, people are saying the reason she's saying that it's the fact that she don't want Simon to start spilling all her business. Because at the end of the day, Porsha knows how to create a narrative. Porsha is powerful on social media. She knows what makes people, how to push their buttons emotionally. That whole Instagram feed was nothing but a curated life. That's it. All those trips, the private plane, Porsha knows the truth. Porsha knows that she basically signed up to get Fallon's problems, and baby, she got them. And she's walking away just like Fallon did. Again, you can't change or treat. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Now, who's going to Photoshop Simon's pictures? I'm wondering. Who's going to Photoshop his pictures? Who's who's going to hook him up with Ozempic? If that's what he's on. The streets are saying he is. We don't know, right? Maybe he did it with diet and exercise, but he looked like he got Ozempic body, and he would have Ozempic face if it wasn't for Porsha. Who is going to do all this? Or do Simon got a new girlfriend in Dubai, just like he did with Fallon? Again, how you get them is how you lose them. Y'all, I'm looking hard to find out the reasons, but let's get into this. Cause of the split is an ongoing matter. Porsha and Simon says he's 59, but that's impossible because his age is false on his residency card. Because remember when Fallon said he was 60 something? Yeah, I believe it. Cause of their split is an ongoing matter. Porsha and Simon said, I do in November 2022, a Nigerian traditional native law and custom ceremony, followed by an American ceremony in Atlanta. What is it about people that have, right? What is it about people that have ultra, ultra lavish weddings for their income? The wedding never seems to last. And again, don't get me wrong. It was beautiful. It was lavish. We heard Porsha paid for a lot of it out of her Real Housewives of Atlanta and girls trip. A lot of people donated the gowns, and Porsha's a big star. They should have donated them. But when you look at even the church wedding, when she dressed Simon up, they had that whole church and there was maybe 100 people, maybe in the pews. Again, Porsha had a made-for-TV Instagram wedding and a made-for-TV Instagram Nigerian ceremony and an Instagram worthy. She didn't even have a honeymoon. But again, it literally focused on everything. Now, here's what I want to say. I 100% believe that Porsha's the one that leaked that immigration material. Porsha leaked that info. Remember when everybody said, who had it? Who leaked it? I had it. But I was just like, let me just let them go because they coming back to Atlanta Housewives. And I already told y'all he a scammer. So ain't no point. Ain't no point in bringing it up. I already told y'all. I gave y'all proof. Y'all didn't care. This would have just been like, oh my God, whatever. Porsha, in my opinion, she must have leaked it because it leaked right after her announcement. Remember, everybody said, why would Porsha go back? Because it's going to shine a light on Simon, because Porsha knew she needed the money and Porsha knew she secured her storyline. And Porsha's divorced this mofo, but dropped the information 2 days. Listen, she announced Housewives. She dropped that information 2 days later. 2 days after that, she announced her divorce. Y'all, let's get into this. And baby, once again, this ain't no allegedly. This ain't no allegedly. They said the pair announced their engagement in May after 1 month of dating. She said, yes, we are crazy in love. That's when she was talking about another man's. Again, I don't know what Fallon was doing behind Simon's back. According to both of them, he told Fallon to go be with Jalen. It was no overlap. She just got with Child real quick, but we don't even want to revisit that. Porsha ain't know any of that. She didn't know any of that. She just knew that she was sneaking behind with Fallon's man. She said, I know it's fast, but we are living life each day to its fullest. I choose happiness every morning and night. Simon echoed Porsha's sentiments, telling his followers that he asked her to marry him because we checked all each other's boxes and then some. Earlier this month, People says Porsha, whose mom, the 4-year-old daughter Pilar, announced she was set to return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta for its upcoming 16th season after 2 years away from Bravo series. She also signed an overall scripted deal with NBC Universal on scripted project opportunities across the company's broadcast and streaming properties. She said, I'm incredibly thankful for the vision and faith NBC Universal has put me in to be a larger part of their family. I'm looking forward to being back on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and showing the world my new world. Porsha first joined Roja back in its 5th season after leaving the show in season 13, and Simon appeared together on Real Housewives of Atlanta spinoff, Porsha Family Matters, in 2021. She just starred in the 3rd season of The Ultimate Girls Trip. Now, here's what I want to say, right? Porsha, here's the thing. I need to start trusting my sources. They told me that Porsha was the one that leaked all of this information and that whatever. But I got to be honest with you, I didn't want to believe it because I was like, why would Porsha embarrass herself like that? It seems like Porsha would embarrass herself like that. Let's be real, because at the end of the day, them feds is coming for Simon. At the end of the day, Simon can be like, I'm in the good old USA all he wants. Immigration got him on their list. Feds got him on this list. If the streets can be believed, again, go do your own research. Don't take this is just my opinion. But I am saying my opinion has been right about everything. And I want to say something else to all those mofos. You know what? It don't even matter because, baby, I don't gotta. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. The real is on the rise. But if y'all know what I'm talking about, go look at my Porsha and Simon playlist. When I tried to warn. I said, you know what? It don't even matter. Let's get into exactly what happened. Porsha knows that whatever is coming down from Simon, baby, it is deep and it is dangerous. Porsha ain't stupid. She ain't stupid. She's saying that it's not about the immigration status, but what did he do or what did she find out? Probably another woman to scam in Dubai because there's zero reason for him to be in Dubai. He ain't taking care of no business. After Hush Puppy, those Arab money in Dubai ain't messing with Simon. There's too much real Nigerians that got real money, real businesses, real this for them to ever look at Simon, right? The Nigerians in Atlanta aren't even messing with Simon and getting away because they making them look like scammers, and they got legitimate businesses. The fact that Simon ain't need to be in Dubai, he has a rental in Costa Rica. Am I wrong? Does he not have a rental in Costa Rica? So why? And that's where his home away from home. And Costa Rica is much closer to Atlanta than Dubai is. Porsha can actually be in Costa Rica every other week. He said he bought that home. He loves this country and their people and this and that. So why are you in Dubai? You ain't doing no business. You ain't doing anything. I'll tell you what, the type of women he wants in Dubai are there. And he's building a new life. And the same way you get them is the same way. Now let's look at what Porsha has. Because this is the sad part. And I tried to tell y'all, it was a mistake her name not being on that house. Porsha is moving back into the same house. She had a 2 year of hiding and some hotel rooms while she's doing some things for a chicken wing and busting it open in the St. Regis just to get this wedding to convince all the gullible people on social media. Yo, Instagram is dangerous. All the gullible people on social media that literally sees a con artist and bigging him up because you see somebody entering a private jet. Y'all, people are scary. You realize you on with a man that don't fear God, that is reckless. You just filed for divorce to get away from his mess. Let me see what the streets are saying about whether there is another woman, whether there is another, I don't want to say another man. Everybody ain't Diddy, right? But let's also remember, she just posted a week ago on her IG, them doing it up in Dubai. People are saying that Porsha might have been blindsided by news about a scamming past. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. It was 6 days ago, but we know Porsha will put on a face until the end. Look how she was my man for Cardell and then whatever. Again, Porsha knew he was having trouble getting citizenship, but I'm sure she didn't know all about his scamming that came out in those court docs because this was a Sutton family filing. They were just in Dubai for Valentine's Day. This is what one of my sources are saying. My other source is saying Porsha knew. She knew that this money was funny. She knew that it didn't make sense. But at the end of the day, like a lot of people on Instagram in his comments probably paid trolls and people in real life talking about, so what? Who care how he get his money? The federal government paid. And here's the thing. I can understand somebody in 20, 25, even 30 with that mindset. Who cares how we getting money? But for a 60-year-old and Porsha is 40 something in that thing, I will say one thing. Porsha ain't dumb. Porsha used Simon as an Instagram DM board. Because at the end of the day, as if we listen to Dennis's mom, Porsha ain't the most faithful person in the world if you take her past in. Dennis's mom says that Porsha be doing like some really strange, crazy right? So we take that into account. Maybe Porsha ain't as dumb as we think. She used Simon as a billboard to get people in her DMs, to really rehabilitate her image as a good woman and a family woman. And here's the thing, I'm not saying Porsha ain't a good mom, but yo, this is the last thing I'll say before I let y'all go. I'm going to go live later on. It's crazy to me how he literally, Porsha wanted Fallon's life, and she got all of Fallon's life down to the T, even the divorce, playing mama to his kids, which great, that's what a stepmom or stepdad should do. But even the fact that you had Pilar sitting on that man's lap and you divorce him 15 years later, that's a whole different discussion. Y'all, what y'all think? You already know what I think. I'm going live. I'm going live later on tonight. Actually, I'm going live later on today. Let me get myself ready so we can talk about everything. I do want to know who gets the Costa Rican rental and divorce, because we already know Porsha probably got the same movers she used for Cordell. She got them outside of Simon's house. I do wish she had put her name on anything. We're soon to see if those cars he bought her were really in her name. Because let's see what she's driving around. Again, it don't matter. You know what? Big ups for Porsha for getting out of there before she turned into another Teresa Giudice. That's all I want to say. Porsha ain't as dumb as y'all want to think. Woo! Let's wait for Simon to start being messy. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get myself ready and then jump on live. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.